What's the fastest way to kill a perfectly good engine? Sometimes it's the very performance mods people install to make their cars faster. One small upgrade, the wrong air intake, or a mismatched tune can turn into a $7,000 blown motor or a car that spends more time at the shop than on the street. But the problem isn't the mods themselves. So today we're counting down 10 performance mods that destroy your engine, and more importantly, the right way to do them so you don't turn your dream build into a driveway ornament. Number 10. Octane Booster Snake Oil. If you've ever strolled down the auto parts aisle, you've seen them. Shiny bottles promising instant horsepower, cleaner combustion, and race fuel in a can. They're marketed as miracle workers. Just pour it in and suddenly your car is faster, stronger, and more efficient. But here's the ugly truth. Most octane boosters are nothing more than snake oil. The problem comes down to chemistry. Pump gas in most places sits between 87 and 93 octane. True racing fuel starts at 100 plus octane. That's a massive gap. But the majority of bottled octane boosters only raise the octane rating by fractions of a point. So that bottle that claims to give you up to 5 points might mean octane fuel becomes 91.5, not 96. You're not protecting against knock. You're not unlocking hidden horsepower. You're just burning money. Even worse, some cheap boosters contain additives like manganese or alcohol that can foul spark plugs, clog catalytic converters, and leave behind deposits in the combustion chamber. Instead of helping your engine, they're quietly choking it. So, what's the right way to do it? If your engine truly needs higher octane fuel, like a tuned turbo setup or high compression pistons, the only solution is to buy proper premium gas or race fuel. Yes, it's more expensive, but it's consistent, safe, and designed for high-performance use. If you want to protect your engine from knock, invest in a proper tune, and run the right fuel grade from the pump. So what's the bottom line? Just skip the magic bottles. They won't save your engine, and in the long run, they can shorten its life. Snake oils aren't the only trap. Sometimes the loudest mods, the ones that sound fast, can quietly kill performance too. Number 9. Noisy blow-off valves. Now, there's something undeniably tempting about that loud whoosh when you lift off the throttle on a turbocharged car. It feels aggressive, it feels fast, and at car meets, it earns nods and thumbs up. But here's the thing. A noisy blow-off valve is often more style than substance, and it can quietly wreck your engine's performance if you're not careful. Most turbo cars with a mass airflow sensor are designed to recirculate excess boost air back into the intake. This ensures the ECU knows exactly how much air is in the system. Swap in a vent-to-atmosphere BOV for the sound alone, and the ECU thinks that that air is still in the engine. And the results? Rich fuel conditions, poor combustion, fouled spark plugs, and even damage to your turbo seats over time. In short, that satisfying psst is costing reliability. So how do you do it right? Stick to a high-quality recirculating valve designed for your specific turbo setup. These maintain proper airflow, keep your engine happy, and still allow for subtle sound enhancement if engineered correctly. Pair it with a supporting ECU tune that accounts for any changes in airflow, and you've got a system that delivers performance safely with no compromises. So please, don't chase that sound at the expense of drivability. A well-engineered BOV respects the balance between performance, reliability, and fun. Loud is cool, but smooth is smarter. If chasing sound can hurt your engine, chasing noise in your exhaust can be even worse. Because what many think is pure power is actually power lost. Number 8. Exhaust systems with no back pressure. It's easy to fall for the free-flow exhaust marketing. Gleaming pipes, aggressive growl, and promises of instant horsepower. Many enthusiasts think that ripping out catalytic converters and mufflers is a shortcut to speed. But here's the problem. Engines are not just about moving air out as fast as possible. They're balanced systems designed with back pressure in mind. Remove that back pressure without planning, and you disrupt the scavenging effect that helps the engine pull in fresh air and fuel. The result is poor low-end torque, flat acceleration, and often a car that feels weaker off the line than stock. Over time, excess heat from uncontained exhaust gases can warp components, damage valves, and shorten engine life. And don't forget the legal side. Straight pipes and removed cats can land you huge fines in many regions, sometimes exceeding the cost of a new engine. So make sure to invest in a high-quality performance exhaust that's engineered with back pressure in mind. Look for systems designed for your exact make and model, ideally with dyno-tested gains that preserve drivability. Pair it with an ECU tune that accounts for the new exhaust flow. The key is synergy. The exhaust, intake, and fuel system must all work together. This way, you get the aggressive sound, noticeable power gains, and reliability without turning your engine into a ticking time bomb. Of course, sometimes it's not what you take out, it's what you bolt on. And mismatched parts without a tune? That's like throwing random puzzle pieces into your engine. So this one's a silent killer because it doesn't happen all at once. A car enthusiast adds a bigger turbo for future power, slaps on oversized injectors, maybe even a different intake or exhaust, but skips the most important step, the tune. On paper, these upgrades look like progress. In reality, mismatched parts without a proper ECU calibration create chaos inside your engine. And here's why. Your ECU is the brain of the car, designed to balance fuel delivery, ignition timing, and airflow. When you throw new parts at it without telling the ECU what's changed, it runs blind. And the result is sometimes too much or too little fuel, unpredictable ignition timing, and a constant risk of detonation or misfires. Even worse, the long-term wear is devastating. Fouled plugs, carbon buildup, washed cylinder walls, and bearings that wear down faster than they should. So the right way is simple but often ignored. Every upgrade should be part of a system. If you change injectors, intake, or turbo size, follow it up with a tune that's tailored to your setup. A dyno tune from a reputable shop ensures that your parts work together in harmony, delivering safe gains and extending engine life. And if you're planning multiple mods, do them in stages. Tune after each phase, not after the whole pile of parts. Think of it like a band. If every instrument plays a different song, you get noise. A proper tune is the conductor, making sure all the parts of your engine play in sync. Without it, you're paying for destruction, not performance. And speaking of mismatches, fuel delivery is one of the easiest places to go overboard. Bigger isn't always better, and oversized injectors prove it. Number 6. Oversized fuel pump and injectors. Now, let's be honest. Bigger isn't always better, especially when it comes to fuel delivery. Many enthusiasts think that swapping in an oversized fuel pump or injectors will automatically unlock massive power. But no, it's like a recipe for engine disaster if not done correctly. Here's the problem. Stock ECUs and factory fuel systems are calibrated to deliver precise amounts of fuel. Oversized injectors or pumps dump fuel faster than the engine can use it. This creates a rich condition, too much fuel, not enough air, which can wash down cylinder walls, dilute oil, foul spark plugs, and even harm catalytic converters. Over time, this reduces lubrication, then accelerates wear on pistons and bearings, and can leave you staring at a repair bill bigger than the cost of the upgrade. The proper way to handle fuel system upgrades is to pair them with a professional ECU tune. Don't just throw parts at the engine and hope it works. Your tune should adjust injector pulse width, fuel maps, and ignition timing to match the new flow. Also, consider if your engine internals can handle the extra fuel and power. Stock rods, pistons, and valves are not invincible. A quality fuel upgrade is about balance, not size. Pump and injector upgrades should match the rest of your systems, be properly tuned, and be installed with reliable components. When done right, you gain performance without paying the hidden cost of premature engine wear. Too much fuel is one way to kill an engine, but spinning it way past its design limit, that's another shortcut to a blown motor. Number 5. Rev limiter remover. Removing the factory rev limiter might sound like a fast track to higher RPMs and more power, but It's one of the sneakiest ways to ruin an engine. Manufacturers set rev limits for a reason: to protect your pistons, valves, rods, and bearings from destructive forces at extreme engine speeds. Ignoring that safeguard can quickly turn your car into a mechanical nightmare. Without a limiter, your engine could experience valve float, where valves don't close fast enough at high RPMs. This can lead to pistons smashing into valves, bent components, or even a cracked cylinder head. Oil delivery suffers too. At high RPMs, oil may slosh away from pickup points, starving bearings and accelerating wear. Drivetrain components like clutches, synchros, and gear teeth also take a beating because suddenly they're handling more stress than intended. One bad pull past the red line can cost thousands in repairs. So, respect the factory limits unless you're running a fully built, race-prepared engine designed to handle higher RPMs. If you do want more RPM safely, invest in upgraded valve springs, retainers, and supporting internals while pairing it with a professional ECU tune. This ensures your engine can rev higher without catastrophic consequences. Safely increasing RPMs requires careful planning, the right hardware, and a tune that understands your modifications. Now, if revving past the red line sounds risky, imagine hitting your engine with a sudden 100+ horsepower shot of nitrous without proper prep. Number 4. Nitrous systems without proper experience. Nitrous oxide is the ultimate thrill for car enthusiasts. A flip of a switch and your car surges forward with insane power. But without proper experience and preparation, it's more likely to destroy your engine than impress your friends. Nitrous works by injecting extra oxygen into the combustion chamber, allowing more fuel to burn and creating a massive power spike. And that spike is where the danger lies. Stock engines or lightly modified motors aren't built to handle the sudden increase in cylinder pressure and heat. Pistons can crack, rings can shatter, and connecting rods may bend or break. Even if your engine survives mechanically, a poorly installed nitrous system can cause detonation, pre-ignition, or blown head gaskets, all leading to costly repairs. Many enthusiasts make the mistake of treating nitrous like a plug-and-play mod. Install it, flip the switch, go fast. The reality is far more complex. You need precise jet sizing, tuned fuel delivery, and reinforced engine internals to safely use nitrous. Missing even one step, like skipping an intercooler upgrade or neglecting to monitor fuel pressure, can result in catastrophic failure. Now, educate yourself, work with a professional tuner, and only use nitrous on engines built to handle it. Pair the system with proper fuel management, supporting mods like forged internals and safety failsafes such as a progressive controller. That way, you get the thrill without sacrificing engine longevity. Number 3. Poorly executed turbo or supercharger installs without tune and supporting mods. Forced induction is one of the fastest ways to get serious horsepower. A properly set up turbo or supercharger can transform a car from mild to monster. But the mistakes people make here aren't minor. Many drivers think they can just bolt on a turbo or supercharger kit and hit the road. But stock engines and fuel systems aren't designed to handle the sudden increase in boost and airflow. Without supporting mods like upgraded fuel pumps, injectors, intercoolers, and exhaust systems, the engine can run lean, overheat, or detonate. Pistons can crack, rods can bend, and head gaskets may blow. And the worst part? Even drivability suffers, like laggy throttle response, inconsistent boost, and engine codes that can leave your car undrivable. And another common mistake is neglecting the ECU. Forced induction drastically changes air and fuel demands, ignition timing, and boost control. Without a custom tune that accounts for your specific engine, fuel system, and exhaust, you're essentially flying blind. Off-the-shelf tunes or skipping tuning altogether is a total disaster. So, the right way to do it? Treat a turbo or supercharger like a full engine upgrade project, not a plug-and-play add-on. Invest in quality hardware such as proper intercoolers, upgraded fueling, reinforced internals, and pair it with a professionally dyno-tuned ECU. Only then can you safely unleash the power without burning through your engine in weeks. Do it wrong and you're not adding horsepower. You're adding risk and a potential $10,000 repair bill. Number 2. ECU tuning. Your car's ECU is the brain of the engine. It controls fuel delivery, ignition timing, boost, and pretty much everything that keeps your engine running smoothly. That's why ECU tuning is one of the most powerful mods you can do. But it's also one of the easiest ways to destroy an engine if done incorrectly. A common mistake is grabbing an off-the-shelf tune or flashing aggressive maps that promise crazy horsepower gains. These tunes often push your engine beyond its safe operating limits, ignoring factors like fuel quality, cooling capacity, and internal engine strength. And the result? Pistons melt from detonation, valves warp, cylinder walls get washed with excess fuel, and turbos or superchargers fail prematurely. Many people think that the dyno number is all that matters, but without proper tuning, you're sacrificing reliability for a temporary thrill. The correct approach is to treat ECU tuning as part of a complete system upgrade. Before tuning, ensure your engine has supporting modifications like proper intake, exhaust, fueling, and if applicable, upgraded forced induction. Then get a custom dyno tune tailored to your vehicle and your modifications rather than a generic one-size-fits-all map. This ensures your engine operates safely at peak performance without risking catastrophic failure. In short, a proper ECU tune enhances performance and keeps your engine healthy, but a careless one can cut years off its life. It's power you can enjoy without paying for it with a destroyed engine. And finally, the mistake that catches beginners more than anything else. It doesn't roar, it doesn't whoosh, but it slowly strangles engines everywhere. The cheap cold air intake. Number 1. Cheap cold air intakes. So, cold air intakes are one of the most popular first mods for car enthusiasts. The idea is simple. Draw in cooler, denser air to increase combustion efficiency, giving your engine more power and a more aggressive sound. Sounds great, right? But here's where most people go wrong. Many bargain bin intakes are poorly designed. They often place the filter in a hot spot under the hood, suck in dirt and debris, or use oil-coated filters that foul your MAF sensor. When that happens, your engine can run lean or rich, misfire, overheat, and wear out faster than expected. A cheap intake isn't just a minor mistake. It's a slow, silent killer of your engine. The proper way to handle cold air intakes is to invest in a quality engineered system that's specifically designed for your car. Ensure the filter seals correctly, draws truly cold air, and doesn't interfere with sensors. Pair it with a tune if needed so your ECU knows exactly how much air is coming in. That way, you get the power gains and aggressive sound without sacrificing engine longevity. So don't let a flashy, cheap intake fool you. Buy quality, install it properly, and keep your engine happy for the long haul. There you have it. 10 performance mod mistakes that could wreck your engine and your wallet if you don't do them the right way. So, which of these mods are you going to rethink or upgrade first? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what's keeping your car alive and running strong. If this video actually helped you rethink your build, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Do it for your car, and do it for your peace of mind. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep it smooth, keep it clean, and keep driving smart.